Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss archetypes, specifically feminine archetypes, and the importance of learning about these archetypes and how we can develop our femininity through these archetypes, how we can know better who we are as women through feminine archetypes. Archetypes can be described in many ways, depending on what you're talking about, especially if you're talking about deep psychology, Carl Jung, and all that jazz. But the short, sweet, and simple way is an archetype is an image that inspires us, okay, that moves something inside of us, something Carl Jung called the collective unconscious. So when I see Marilyn Monroe, I want to be Marilyn Monroe. And this is how an archetype is created. When you look at someone or you look at something and you want to be like that, you want to find in yourself those characteristics that attract you, that inspire you. I know some psychologists may not agree with me, but I want to introduce archetypes in a simple way. So let's say you love cats. You feel some weird identification with cats. When you look at a cat and you see that they are receptive, they are more of introvert type of personality, even for an animal, you can feel a connection to that archetype of the cat, being receptive, being just a little bit egotistical sometimes, taking care of yourself. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is an archetype. You can have animal archetypes too. When we're talking about feminine archetypes, there are these personality traits that we identify with some types of feminine personalities, okay? So this video is to help women, okay, to reach the type of energy they want. Throughout our lives, we change. The archetype you need right now as a woman may not be the archetype you will need 10 years from now, okay? So let's say today you feel very introverted, feel very shy, have a hard time putting yourself out there. It would be good for you to work with the archetype of the queen. The queen is social, right? Or the archetype of the huntress, which is the warrior woman, right? Who is not afraid of challenges. But if you are a very extroverted woman who needs socializing, who needs other people all the time, you have a hard time standing still, being patient, you may need the archetype of the mystic. Maybe you need to be more sweet, more calm, more inside yourself. Today, we're going to start with the feminine archetypes, talking about the mystic. So who is the mystic? What kind of a woman identifies with this archetype? The mystic is the soulful woman. Is the woman who carries her soul with her, let's say like that. Let's put it like that. These are the women that have this very calm and peaceful energy around them. You feel more at peace when you are with a mystic woman. Usually they have a low tone of voice. They can walk in a very sensual but slow way. They don't hurry, they don't run. They always seem to be in their own rhythm, okay? So they may be, as I said before, quiet and shy, just introspective. They don't like to be around people all the time. They love their own company. So these women, they love to read and they love to to listen to music. Sometimes they sing quite well. Mystic girl, as a child, is that girl that can entertain herself. She doesn't need other kids. She can do it by herself. She can find ways to create, to be creative. So sometimes these women, they don't have many friends. They have one, two, maybe three. They don't trust everyone, and they kind of keep to themselves most of the time. So when mystic women come to a party, they don't talk all the time. They allow people to speak. And this is why they are so sensual, okay? Sexy and sensual, not the same thing here. They don't want to be sexy, but they are naturally sensual. Because sensuality and being attractive means that you let other people talk, that you let other people feel special. And this is why the mystic woman sometimes is the more attractive woman in a sea of very sexy women. Because although sometimes she is too quiet, this quietness, let's say, is attractive. I'm going to use an example of the character Bella in the Twilight series. Isabella Swan is known to be very shy, introvert girl, and Isabella is the kind of the love interest of very different guys in the series. You know, you have Mike, you have Jake, we have obviously the male interest here, Edward. So seems like she has something, and this something, and Bella would be a perfect example of a mystic woman. Okay, so when you talk less, when you are inviting in your energy, when you're receptive, you're essential. You make people feel comfortable. You make other people feel like they are important. And this is very attractive. And this is why the mystic woman is one of the most attractive archetypes that we can talk about in this series. One of the most important things for a woman that identifies with the mystic archetype is inner peace, feeling at peace inside herself. And this is the most important thing about the mystic. She is emotionally independent. Common to see those extroverted women who talk loud and they are warriors and they fight and they are so strong, but at the same time they can't really be by themselves. They need a crowd, they need social gatherings, they need boyfriends and husbands, and they need other people all the time, or they need movement and action all the time. And you may be the most financially independent woman in the world. If you are not emotionally independent, it doesn't serve you at all to be financially independent, or a career woman, or a warrior. If you're a warrior who always needs to show your skills to other people, you're not independent. And this is the lesson of the mystic woman: to find inner peace, to find who you are inside yourself. So you don't need other people all the time. Especially, you don't need other people to validate who you are. The mystic is the medicine, is the archetypal medicine for every woman who doesn't know herself. For every woman out there that doesn't seem to be emotionally, doesn't trust herself, let's say like that. If you are a woman who is always reaching to other people for other people's opinions, let's say, you don't trust yourself. You are not self-confident in what is going on inside of yourself. It doesn't mean to be self-confident in an ego way. Oh, I can do it. Oh, I'm better. Oh, I'm awesome. No. This is just the exterior part. We're talking about, with the mystic, an inner strength, okay? Spine, an emotional spine. So if you feel like you need other people all the time, or you're very dependent on other people's opinion, or you just can't be alone, you feel depressed when you're alone, or you feel like you're missing something. Now, the FOMO thing, fear of missing out. You need to be everywhere all the time. You put too much on it. You show too much of yourself on the internet, on Instagram. It would be good to you to work with the mystic archetype, to find yourself, to find inner peace, to be more comfortable inside yourself, alone in your house, doing your own thing. If I leave you alone in your house for 5 days with no contact with anyone, how would you react? The mystic would love that. She doesn't want people around her all the time. She gets stressed out. So how do we work with this archetype? Books. Start reading books about books that you like, that you enjoy, about themes that you enjoy. Spend more time alone. Go to the park alone. Listen to music, good music, soulful music. Toni Braxton, Sade would be a great meditation, prayer. These are all things. These two things need to be in your schedule if you want to be more like the mystic woman. If you are a woman who identifies with the mystic archetype and you're too much like the mystic, maybe you need to be mindful of this tendency of isolating yourself, of not reaching out to people, or disconnecting emotionally from what is going on around you or from other people. Be careful. If you are the mystic woman all the time, if you don't have other archetypes going on inside of you, you may be too isolated. You may be you may have hard time. You may have a hard time giving yourself to people. Just protecting yourself all the time. You need to work with the lover archetype. You need to work with the huntress and even the queen archetype. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will come back with another video on this topic, and we will discuss the archetype of the queen. Thank you very much. I'll see you next. Bye.